Game. Both teams are ready. We're going to have Dynasty on the top, purple team. No Sweat on the bottom. Let's get into this thing. All right, boys and girls, you know the rules. This is the ban phase. We're going to determine who's in detention. And we know who we want. We're going to want some birds. We're going to want Surfetched. Very popular pick as a top laner. All-arounder. Solid bulk. Actually, very good bulk. Way more than solid. Very good bulk. Has good damage output with the critical hits. Always a good showing. Then we have Moltres here. Not many showings for Moltres. It gets banned a lot, and that it's for good reason. It's also another very bulky mon. Damage high output's not crazy, but it kind of just lives forever. And speaking of more birds, we're going to have a Psyduck ban. Psyduck, you already know the deal. Psyduck is a very, very, very strong support. Best support in the game right now. Controls a lot of space. Is the defender in that regard. And we're going to have Mimikyu and Zacian. Those are givens, and same thing with Charizard Y. Lord of Detention. You'll never see the light of day. And if it does, that's usually a dub for that team. Unless it's properly banned. Or not so much banned, counterpicked. Moving on to these picks, we're going to have an Umbreon over for Dynasty. Umbreon's a good solid first pick. But you know what's even more solid than that? Blastoise and Machamp. Blastoise, you already know what it is. He's the big man. Big man on campus. Does what he wants. Controls a lot of space. And yeah, it keeps going. Some submission Machamp here. Picking a target and designating them for death. They're going to be going to Suplex City. On back to the left side, we're going to have Zapdos and Crustle. We're going to have a little bit of double defender action. Going to have Crustle, Rock Tomb, and hopefully X-Scissor. That's the God set right now. And we have Zapdos. Pretty strong mage. It was a bit toned down since its release, but it's still very strong. Waiting for its brother to be released this Friday, April 10th. Don't forget to purchase it. Also another strong mage is Latios, Mr. Latino himself. He's going to get those Eon stacks. He's going to become very daily. It's a late scaler, but it's a worthy investment. Hopefully we're going to see some Draco Meteor plays. Bringing down the Justice. Accompanying that was going to be Eldegoss, a solid support. Eldegoss doing a lot of damage. Being a pretty good early laner. Good partner. Last two picks over for Dynasty is going to be Aegislash and Garchomp. This team just wants to brawl, and they're going to have it. Not going to be stopped very much, but they're going to have to be very careful of these Eon stacks Latios is going to try to collect. Yeah, they're going to be very careful. Dynasty's very brawl heavy. Last pick is going to go to Greninja. Surf has been coming back into the fold lately since it's been buffed. We're going to see a Smokescreen Surf setup. I see an X attack, and I think it's pretty likely. Surf getting a damage bonus when the opponent's at half health, and if it ever is able to execute with Surf, or finish the Pokemon off very close to Surf being used, then Surf gets refunded on cooldown. That's something to play for. All right, taking a closer look at both of these teams here. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Dynasty's brawl heavy. No Sweat's a bit more spread out, relying more on its attackers. They have more range. They definitely have the mid-range unlocked. And going to it, let's get started here. Tuesday night, Articuno Unite League. No Sweat versus Dynasty. We pray for no crashes. We pray for no crashes. Please, I don't want it to crash. We have so much of those already. Check out the chat here real quick. We gotta love the Sonic Adventure 2 music. Personal favorite of mine. But back to the match. Let's get started. Bottom lane is absolutely... Well, top lane's got to be Umbreon and Gibble, setting that up strong. Aegislash is going to be the jungler here for Dynasty. At the bottom is going to be Crustle and Zapdos. They'll be going off against Mr. Latino himself and a Squirtle. Greninja's going to be the jungler. And at the top is going to be Machop. Getting those cross chops secures in. Already going to have to burn the eject and the focus ban. Using a lot of resources here. But they might be able to get this KO on Umbreon here. No, Umbreon has the X speed. He's going to bail right out. Back at the bottom, back at Zapdos land. We're getting the discharge in. We're getting the boosteds in. We're getting Thundershock in. Look at all that damage. Look at all those secures. Already has 14 points. There is the Rock Slide from Crustle bailing it out. And Zapdos can get back to securing some farm. And a KO on the Squirtle, but that's going to be a KO on Zap. Not a favorable trade right now. Bottom team's going to be able to get all that farm. Speaking of farm, back at the top. Aegislash coming on in. And, yep, the 850 pieces is still here. Gonna get eaten up all by this Gibble, so he can get level 5 ASAP. There's the mean look, giving Gibble the chance to secure the farm. There it is, it is level 5. Dragon Rush is online. Down at the center, we have Aegislash getting that speed barrier, working its way down. That Greninja overstayed as welcome, a sneaky KO there. Are we gonna get a 2-piece? Yep! Double KO! Can we get a 3? Can we get a 3? And triple KO! Good work by Taro there, the Aegislash, and he's gonna get some stacks in. Russell looking for an invade. Oh, he snagged that blue buff! Sneaky Aegislash is coming in to back it up. Y'all want the smoke? I don't think you want this. Squirtle moving up on in here. It's gonna be all by himself here. Trying to keep people out. Down goes Crustle. But it's just Aegislash here. And he can take on all newcomers. Aegislash versus the world here. Down goes Eldegoss. And his reign of terror is continuing. He's level 8. There is the submission, but it's not enough. Triple KO once again. A quad, baby. A quad. Dynamic stuff here. Now that's Aegislash's jungle. Taking a look at Reggie Drake over here. That's going to be all Gibble if he gets it. No, he's going to want some farm first. Back towards the bottom. Zapdos and Crustle moving that farm along. Rough start over here for No Sweat, but they're not going to sweat it. They're going to move on to greener pastures. They're going to get some farm back, get resituated here. Back towards the top, Aegislash is just being a dominant force for the team of No Sweat. Sorry, of Dynasty. Gonna be able to rip that Reggie Ice here. Towards the bottom, there's gonna be more of an altercation. Gladios is trying to get its stacks in with the Draco Meteor. Zapdos is ulting right there, getting a Zap Cannon KO on Greninja here. Greninja's struggling a bit here. Gonna have to kick it into gear. He's only level 8. Zapdos getting caught with the telekinesis and getting hit with some meteors there. We got Garchomp waiting for the smoke. Yep, Dragon Rush, Dragon Claw combination. Lido's actually getting some good stacks there. There's 5 people there. He's gonna get 3 Aeon stacks per enemies he hits. No Sweat's gonna not sweat it at all. They're gonna have to let go this Reggie Lecky. All right, back to this exchange. Justice raining from above. These meteors are starting to add up, but gonna have this dragon here ulting. Garchomp ulting, creating space, and Reggie Lecky's gonna secure it right in. Oh no, Greninja's caught all alone. Aegislash, do your job, do your thing, baby. That's another KO. Uh-oh. He's looking pretty mean right there, and there's an easy pickup on the... on the Eldegoss. Poor guy. Oh, this Latios is getting some meteors. It's getting some good stacks here. I believe he has at least 50 stacks. Dragon Rush, Dragon Claw combo. Move the farm over to the side. And Crustle's ulting in. It's time to get started. And it was Greninja who was mean. Look, there's the Machamp to no avail. He's going to have to back up here. Regroup. 2, 3, 4. 4 meteors. Oh, he has at least 50 stacks for sure. There's a Zapdos ult. He's gonna guarantee a score. If Zapdos ult hits an enemy pad 5 times, that's gonna make the pad open for an ally score, and there it is. Greninja going down again along with Eldegoss. Double KO for the Garchomp. This Regice is now commandeered by Destiny. It is their destiny to acquire this objective. Well, back into the enemy jungle here. It is being taken. Very falling Zapdos here. It is working its magic. Time for another fight, it seems. Oh, yeah. Big altercation here. Blastoise ulting in. Zapdos is in a bit of danger. No more ults for... No sweat. That's going to be a suplex on the Crustle. Down it goes, but as well as an Eldegoss. Zapdos is going to need reinforcements ASAP. A KO on the Zapdos. No sweat is coming alive. See what happens when you don't sweat it. Things can work out. I believe that is 5 meters, so that's at least 75 stacks. Oh, that is 6 meters. He is fully stacked already. Latios doing his due diligence. He's getting prepared for this late game. Now he just needs levels for proper scaling. Hey, hold on. Wait a second. Who's over here? We got a Garchomp? Well, we had a Garchomp. He's all gone now. He can't hurt you anymore. Gonna have Umbreon here extending some vision. Is gonna have to back off. All right. Umbreon watching here. All right. It is 2:20. Almost time for the final fight. Groudon fight. Most important objective. Garchomp's a little low here. He's just gonna go for it. He's almost donezo. Boy, that was a huge Zap Cannon on Blastoise and Eldegoss. Ults are beginning to fly, and down goes Aegislash, but down goes Greninja. An eye for an eye, a soul for a soul. The exchange skills goes. Garchomp's still alive here, getting some lifesteal on much-needed opponents, and down goes Umbreon. It is a 2-on-2. They're moving away from this Latios. They don't really need this objective right yet, and they don't have the ripping speed. Garchomp has the ripping speed. He's waiting for his teammates to back him up. Woo, these Draco Meteors are beginning to really hurt. There it is, another suplex. Down goes Aegislash again. Uh-oh. Draco Meteor's gonna hurt. Yup. No sweat is not sweating it anymore. They're taking control of this game. That is a team wipe ace. Time for some clapback. Time for some scores. Looks like we're gonna have No Sweat doing a split push here. 2 go to the bottom and 2 go to the top. They just need 2 more scores here, but they can do it. They're gonna have to fight this team one more time. If they do a whole full send push, they'll be able to make it. Draco Meteor, it whiffed, but there is the ult. It's gonna have another chance at Draco Meteor. There's the Blastoise ult. They just need one more score here, and there it is. They're ahead by 7. Yep, that should do it. Wow, bit of a comeback win here. No Sweat taking game 1. Oh, would you look at that? Not bad, not bad, not bad. Final score is 290 to 611. No sweats victory. Bit of a comeback there. MVP is going to be Blastoise, hanging in there, being the guardian of the team, hanging in there strong. 161 points scored, 4 KOs, and 14 assists. That's how you do it. That's how you hold this team together through thick and thin. Checking out this battle data. Yep, the numbers add up. 83K for the Latios. It did get its stacks at the midpoint of the game. It got all its stacks pretty early. The way Draco Meteor works is it starts off with 2 meteors, and every 25 Eon stacks, it gains another meteor, capping out at 6. So at 100 stacks, it's throwing all the meteors. Subsequent Eon stacks is just more damage to hit with. And it was hitting with some damage. A standout stat here I would like to point out is Kinsey, 108 on the Zapdos. That is a lot of damage. He did do his job well, but I started to turn south during the first initial team fight at Groudon when Aegislash went down and I kind of stalemated. And then No Sweat just won the clapback due to the range advantage that Draco Meteor provided. So yeah, good stuff here. All right, we're going to take a small break as we set up game 2 of Swiss. All right, we're back. I had to adjust some mic settings. I should be coming loud and clear. Let me know in the comments if there needs to be another adjustment. But Dynasty is going to elect to keep first pick, and it's going to stay on Groudon. Let's get started here. All right, so the fights are pretty competitive. Well, I'll say this. For Dynasty, they're definitely winning at first. Absolutely winning. They got up close, and they were getting they're winning all their fights. But towards the end, towards a pivotal moment, when Latios was starting to get its stacks and, like, started having enough damage for, like, Dynasty to respect, that's when, like, the fights became more competitive. And you saw that during the Groudon fight. First initial Groudon fight, and like in a draw, there's two teammates left on each side. And then during the refight, there's the ults from Latios. Sorry, the Draco Meters for Latios was just too much for Dynasty to handle. So they're going to have to keep that in mind. Charizard Y actually gets through. It gets through checkout. Somehow, some way. What's their plan here? Well, they have to have something to deal with it. It's very important. You're going to let Charizard Y through. You're going to have to deal with it somehow. There's a couple of methods. There is the bound moves with the brown property, so other Charizards mimic you. Slowbro's the obvious choice. Serena, good choice. Or, if you don't want to do that, you're going to have to outrange it and outkite it. That is possible. Granted, that is the harder route. Accompanying Charizard Y, going to have Vaporeon and once again Zapdos. These are a strong team so far. But so is No Sweat. They're going to have the Blissey. They're going to have Sirfetch. They're going to have... There is the Mimikyu. Good choice. A great choice against Charizard. And they're going to have Crustle. All right, we're going to have Lapras and Garchomp, it looks like, for the last two picks. No, we're not going to have Lapras. We're going to have some kind of support here. We're trying to round out the composition a little bit. Diversify it. They're going to go with a Comfey Garchomp combination. No, they're going to go with Hoop. Nope, I lied again. They tricked me. They go with Comfey Garchomp. So, this is now interesting. That Comfey has some good targets to bounce from. It has a Vaporeon to keep it indestructible, and it has Charizard and Garchomp to keep it in the fight for longer. Garchomp is another good pick with Charizard Y because Mimikyu can only bound one person at a time. Do you bound Charizard? If you bound Charizard, Garchomp's on the loose with his ult, and vice versa. We're also going to have another repeat performance from Latios on No Sweat. Latios is that late scaler. He's going to get his stacks in. That team's going to ride or die in those stacks. They need to make teams respect you. You're going to need the damage. You're going to need the pressure, which means you're just going to need stacks. There is no avoiding it. Also, another word for my chat. Your boy became Twitch affiliate, so I'm trying to control when these ads happen. So, an ad happened at an inopportune time. That is my bad. I'm still trying to work with it. This is my first time. Please bear with me. I'll try to keep the ads in between games, like a human being. Also, if you're first time in here, fear not, you will not get slammed by an ad. That is annoying. Trust I know. The ads will come later. Don't you sweat it. All right, we're praying for no crashes. Time to get this party started. Gotta have the bottom lane. It's going to be Vaporeon and Zapdos. Oppression. Already getting started. The jungler here is going to be Charizard. Up at the top. Uh-oh. There we go. Up at top is going to be Kofi and Gibble going up against Sirfetch. Chansey's actually invading here and is going to get the red buff. Good stuff. Slow this Mega Char down. Mimikyu's going to be the jungler, and at the bottom is going to be Latios, who's already died in the Crustle. Oy vey. Back at the top. Charizard's going to have to come up here early. That is the benefit of this new meta we're in. There's just more farm at the top. Hey, mate, you're going to have to give Charizard some of that. Share and share alike. Get that last one, and it's going to become level 5. And is now a productive jungler. Let's get it on. Jungler's going to split push here. At the top is going to be Charizard and Gibble and Kofi. Going out against Sirfetch'd and friends. That Blissey is our Blissey. You got the piece of farm. We'll take those. Back at the bottom. Mimikyu doing its thing. Kind of unimpeded here. They're going to have to back off. It's heading towards center. Towards the bottom here. Still competing against the Zapdos. Discharge is doing way too much damage. It's hard to fight Zapdos with the monsters they have right now. They're just going to have to try to out-secure it. And it's going to be hard. Speaking of out-secure, we're going to have Mimikyu as the fun police trying to take this buff here. It will have it. It will have it. It has it. Mimikyu, it can't get away with that for long. There is the KO. Good stuff there. Regidrago has spawned in. It is past 8 minutes. It's time to get this fight going. Only Vaporeon and Kofi's fighting for it. Blissey's just providing vision. The junglers might be moseying on in. Charizard is back. It is level 7. There is Mimikyu closer to level 8. Charizard's going to be able to get this. Actually, the Vaporeon is. Good stuff to Dynasty. There goes Crustle with the Rock Tube sealing a Vaporeon, but it's going to walk away. Oh, we got a Shadow Sneak in. It just whiffed on the Charizard. Charizard and Vaporeon. Here comes backup from the Zapdos. Massive Zap Cannon! Fire! Fire, fire. Don't let them through. Triple piece for the Zapdos. All according to plan. There is the secure from Zapdos. Over at the top. We're gonna have Sirfetch'd and friends. Leaf blading that Vaporeon. Vaporeon has the raw bulk to just walk away from that. Mimikyu alone with his objective right now. Shadow clawing away. There is the sweet scent from Comfy. There is the Dragon Rush combo. Comfy's going to ult, buying some time. Charizard is here, and it is pissed. Seismic Slam. KO. Basics KO. Fire, flamethrower. Fire Blast. KO, KO, KO. Triple piece for Charizard Y. And now it's time to take some farm for his troubles. Time to build up back that ult. There is the Mimikyu ult on Zapdos. Couldn't quite get the KO, and down goes Mimikyu once again. Zapdos is ulted. Major damage here. Charizard's gonna have a field day with this one. Everyone's low. Sirfetch'd is low. Yep, Flamethrower KO. Next is Crustle. He's only level 7 and he's outmatched. He walked into the Fire Blast. Double KO for Charizard. Mimikyu's there. Oh, couldn't quite get the Shadow Sneak. Charizard should have its ult very soon. Back to stabilization. Actually, wait, hold on. Oh, Archump was getting a little frisky there at the top. They might make a push for the top. No, they're just gonna chill out a bit. I would make a... I'd try to backcap that if I were him. But that's just one man's opinion. Back towards the bottom. Trying to get some stacks in for this Latios. He needs to do team fights, and he needs to get some stacks in. He's going to be running Dragon Pulse this time around. He wants to stay light on his feet because of that Charizard's in play. And he walked into his range. The burn should handle it. Yep. More KOs. Fight fire with fire. Those and Charizard cleaning up here. Cleaning up very well. Ooh, no. Dynasty is not playing any games this time around. And Cross is just going to let that one rock. 346 to 47. Oh, we have Dynasty making a strong case for saying, hey, we should have won that last game. Y'all got lucky. Time to hold this L this time. We got more games to play. We got to start off this next game right. There's that sweet sense, such a demi combination, especially when he's in the grass and you don't know where he is. Everyone's moving up. Time to bush check. Oh, there is the tech from Surfetch, preserving its life. There's the ult from Mimikyu, stuffing out the ult from Garchomp. Garchomp's going to get refunded, so won't be able to ult right away. And it's going on a tear. Yep. Yep, another pickup for Garchomp. And here's the other thing with this Mimikyu, picking Mimikyu and a Garchomp. It is a good idea. I agree with it. One downside of this Mimikyu ult is, yes, the opponent gets bound, but no one else can hit that target. So it almost kind of mitigates the ult a bit. Just a little bit. The Pokemon's still being played, but at least he won't be ulting. Most of the time. If it's a Charizard that's being ulted, that Charizard's still going to be in ult. You just save off some time. Alright. We're going to have no sweat. Not sweating anything. They're going to deal with this Regieleki. Over at the bottom, however. Surfetch can't hold it any longer. Backing out just in time. He was about to get massively invaded. Garchomp hitting Regieleki. Even though it doesn't have time for that. It's time for center fire. Alright. How they handle Charizard and Garchomp is going to be key for No Sweat to winning this game too. The advantage is firmly in Dynasty's court. There is that sweet scent. And there is a massive pickup by Garchomp. Chomping away the competition. Picking up almost everybody. That is a Team White ace. Excellent job from Garchomp. Excellent. Straight excellent. That is what you love to see here. That is what it's all about. Picking up the entire team. What a god. What a god. Well, Dynasty doesn't even have to score. They just get to chill on out. This part is just the formality. Well, he did get the pickup on Garchomp, so we can have solace in that. Oy vey. Yeah, that Sweet Kiss Comey and 2 hyper carries was just a little too much for No Sweat to handle. Dynasty taking game 2 in a very convincing fashion. All right. Scoreboard, scoreboard. 939 to 447. Oy, oy, oy. taking out more math here. We're gonna have the MVP is Charizard Y. Shocker. 247 points scored, 15 KOs, and 18 assists. This is why he's banned. This is why he's always in detention. This man needs to be neutralized. Several acts of treason. Battle data, yep, numbers follow through. 99K from the Charizard Y, followed by a 91K from Zapdos. Good stuff. Zapdos always putting in that work, no matter where it is. Low damage numbers from the team across the board on No Sweat. A lot of those stacks just couldn't come in time. Dynasty just ran over them too fast to get stacks in. It is what it is. No Sweat's gonna have to go back to the drawing board as we move on to game number 3. You already know the deal, folks. We're gonna take a quick ball break when I get everything recalibrated for game 3. Don't go away. All right, back again, once again, to this exciting match. We're about to move on to game 3. I believe the map is going to stay ground on, and Dynasty's still going to like to have first pick. All right, get it on. Let us see here. What will be the bans this time? Are they going to let Charizard Y roam free once again? Or are they going to reincarcerate that man? I already know how I feel about it. Bomb, there goes that man. Gotta have some Zacian bans. That's an interesting ban. No one has played Zacian yet, but it might be a target ban. There is the Moltres once again. They just don't want to deal with it. Understandable. Now that's a ban I can really get behind. Champ. But Champ is annoying by design. That means it's good. So they're just getting it off the board. Followed by another ban I also agree with in Psyduck. Another mon just annoying by design. And you might as well just get the rest of the annoying crew out of here. Blastoise and Charizard Y. All right. Order has been restored. Nature is healing. We got rid of the problems. Now, what are the solutions that both teams are going to pick up? There is Umbreon. That is a good solution right there. And just always a competitively viable defender / support. Is welcomed on any team composition. Following that, we're going to have some Hoopa gameplay. No, we're going to have some Zapdos. They're taking Zapdos away from them. This is what we like to see in draft. Hey, you're having a lot of fun on that mon. You're being really effective. Let me see what the hype's all about. Let me pick it for myself. Let's see what you got. What attackers do you have for me now? What mages do you have? Let's see how versatile you are. Mew is a very good choice. Mew is an excellent choice for a laner. That's an attacker. Mew can actually flat out secure Zapdos in lane. And I love this. And it's being paired by a Mamo. Oh, they're going to rush this Zapdos. I hope they rush him. Please rush this Zapdos down to filth in the early phase. Teach it a lesson. Teach it a lesson. Speaking of lessons, we got the red one, the red plane. We got Latias, as I like to call Latina. Latios, the blue one, is Latino, and this is Latina. They are a pair if they ever show up. Speaking of pairs, we're going to have Trevenant. First time this set. Trevenant is a wonderful defender. Hornleech and hammers. One hammer is no joke. You don't want to get caught by that. You're going to be in the CC train. You won't get to play. Unplug your joystick now. Turn off your phones now if you're getting stunned by Trevenant. Following this, we're going to have Greninja and we're going to have Blaziken. Blaziken's just never bad, no matter the meta. Wants to brawl a lot, wants to control space with those Blaze kicks. And overheats. Overheat is no longer unstoppable. It's just hindrance resistant. Last pick is going to go to Inteleon, the sniper. We're going to go Liquidation and we're going to go Snipe Shot. I am more of a fan of Snipe Shot in this particular altercation. You kind of want to stay out of the mid-range from like the mean-looking Umbreon or Foul Play. Umbreon are going to stay away from the Earthquake Mamoswine. Mew is always just going to outrange you. Blaziken's always going to be in your face. So I believe this is a Snipe Shot game. But whatever they go with, that is what they decide. We're going to just have to stick with it. Final preparations here. Only about 10 seconds left. All the items are chosen. We have a Mammal with an experience share and a float stone. Is there going to be an invade coming up? So, no, it's just going to be experience share. Still works. He can still invade. He's still stacking. Let's see what goes down. All right. Towards the bottom, we're going to have Umbreon and Mew holding down bottom pad. We're going to have Greninja here as the jungler for Dynasty. Up at the top, we're going to have Torchic and Mamo going off against Surfetched and Latina Velarias. Sobble and Teleon will be the jungler for the team. And over at the bottom, we got Big Zap and Trevenant holding it down. Trevenant going for stacks and levels early, displacing this Mew. Mew can only do so much. You can't stop it all. It's going to have to pick one. It is getting a Light Swing and Electro Ball combo, but now it is on cooldown. Zapdos, I'd back up here. Electro Ball is in your future. Yep. There it is. You're playing a bit aggressively here, but that's what you're going to have to do against Zapdos. You got to play aggressively against the farm. You can't let him have it all. Electro Ball going for Zapdos and not the farm there. Over at the top, all the junglers are congregating. It's time for 850. Time to compete for some farm. Sobble, while moving in invisibly, but it is being seen. There's the X speed. There's the bubble. Who are we gonna catch? It's going to be Surfetched. There's a pickup there. A bit of a low value pickup, but it's a pickup nonetheless. We're gonna have Greninja move towards the center along with this Sobble here. Along with Inteleon getting some farm. Back at the top, we're gonna have this Combustion try to get this Blaze Kick going. And oh, there's the Ice Cream. A bit of miscommunication there, but a KO nonetheless. Back towards the bottom. That's a KO on the Mew. This is a Cursed Trevenant? Uh-oh. I do like it. It might be Cursed Paint Slit. It might be Cursed Horn Leech. We're gonna have to see. Oh, I'm sorry. My apology. This is Woodhammer. What am I smoking here? It is a Woodhammer Trevenant. It is hold down the line, Trevenant. This is actually a liquidation Inteleon. Oh, it won't have the secure it needs. It got it anyway. Greninja moved towards the Regidrago to kind of preserve its life, but it ended up securing it that way. There's the Mew Solar Beam secured, but it's almost time for 720. Trevenant is gonna live with an eject, and it's passive procking. Or was that Focus Band? There it is. No Sweat is in full force at bottom. Blaziken's getting all the form up top. Trevenant making a play here. No, it's gonna go for the score here. Pulling some aggro. Going straight for that back line. There's the Horn Leech. There's the Woodhammer. Mew focusing on Trevenant instead of the objective here. That's gonna let the team move up. No Sweat moving up. There is the Greninja ult! Surf! 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 Double KO! Lying in wait. Greninja goes down, but its job has been completed. Zapdos ulting here. Gonna take out his Umbreon. This Zapdos is putting a lot of work, but Mew's gonna have to silence him. Mew's gonna have to shut it down. I would break this Regidrago. There's still a lot of farm to compete for. You don't want to let it like walk in and break. Now we're gonna have to back up. Blaziken is now here saying, hey, am I too late for the party? Nah, it's never too late to party. Blaze Kick. There it is. Nope. You getting the secure? That's the foul play. People are going down left and right. That bottom prad's not broken yet, but there's the E-ball from Mew. Major damage. One hammer. Oh, there's the wish on Mew. It's going to live here. There is the triple piece on Greninja as he makes a push over to top. 4-piece for Greninja. There's the scores. And yep. Things are going to quiet down for a bit as everyone returns to neutral. Everyone's going to acquire some farm. All right. And it's just Greninja up top. Holding it down here. As we're going to have No Sweat ripping this Regirock pretty much by itself. Greninja's going to go in with a Surf and secure it with the Surf. Yep, there's the breakdown from Greninja. Another KO for Greninja. Playing no games, making a push towards the top. Damn, there's no way they're going to get that in. Mamoswine's gonna have to ult here. This is a full frontal assault. Yep, only Mamo Blaziken goes down. Greninja's gonna have to back off here. Zapdos moving up, trying to get some farm himself on more at the top. Getting a Zap Cannon on Greninja. Not enough. They almost take it down, but they didn't have enough hands on it. Latios is going to have to back up. It's only level 10. It's going to need more stacks and more levels. Dynasty doing a wonderful job here. This Greninja's putting in some massive work. Getting those secures, getting those KOs. Dynasty trying to peek into the jungle here to see what's going on, see what's going down. We're going to have Umbreon trying to get some farm up top, away from Sirfetch'd, away from No Sweat. As the rest of them, Dynasty's going to kind of set up, post up here for Regieleki. This is a win condition. No one's up top. They can tell by the Umbreon. That means they're going to be at the bottom. Can they rip this in time? They're going to go for it. Yep, and Mamo ulted. Bit of a late ult there, but he's trying to guarantee the secure there. All right. How are they going to fight this one? Umbreon has reconvened. It's going to set up for Greninja beautifully. Oh, eat up, Greninja. Eat up. He might... Oh, got a KO on the lives before he gets his ult out. And down goes Zapdos. Oh boy, this is worst case scenario. Do you defend the Regieleki from pad or do you go towards the center? Looks like Dynasty wants to really fight for this win con. Creating a split push situation for No Sweat. Yeah, they're going to let this Regieleki walk in. Mamo didn't quite get the memo here. But there's the secure from Blaziken. He did enough. Yep, it's time to score. Some time here on Regieleki. Before, well, it's now defended, but that's 100 and that's 200. Oh, yeah. That should be a wrap for Game 3 here. Another Dynasty dub. Grant going absolutely bonkers here. Being the attacker and the speedster of his team. Being the assassin, cleaning up kills. Gap closing. Mucking up about in the back line. It's an attack here, folks. This is a ninja. Alright, this last minute here is just formality. Getting some damage in. The score is 183 to 133. No Sweat can't possibly win now. It is physically impossible. Now lying in wait. It has been ousted. But there is Ice Fang for the KO. Actually, Greninja took it. Go figure. He wants it all. Another pay piece. You will let this Mambo score. That's right, buddy. Get your score in. You deserve it. Uh-oh. The big boy number. Over 1,000. 1,071 to 133. Dynasty's taking it. Game 3 very convincingly. Set is 2-1. Dynasty wins. Well, Dynasty has. Well, if they win the next game, then like they win pretty much the set. It's 4 games being played no matter what. The best No Sweat can hope for is a tie here. If they win this game too, or game 4, the tie up 2-up. Checking this out here. 21 KOs. Good God. Toro the Greninja. 21 kills, 8 assists, 88 overall rating. Good God. See these these numbers. Oh yeah. 120k dealt. Oh yeah. That's a he washed his hands of this game. Oh boy. Greninja was the right move. We saw those attackers in the back. We saw Zapdos who plays mid-range. And Teleon, if it was Snipe Shot, wouldn't have to play mid-range, but since it was Liquidation, and he has to play mid-range to like just start doing any kind of damage, that he's very vulnerable to not only everyone on Dynasty, but he's especially vulnerable to a gap-closing ulting Greninja. Oy, oy, oy. Good stuff here. Let us return to this lobby. All right, y'all already know the dealio. We're going to take a quick, short little break, set everything up, and get on to this game 4. We'll be right back once again. All right, we're back. Ready to get this started once again. Speaking of once again, we're going to be back on Groudon, and Dynasty's going to have first pick. Moving on to this game 4, the final game for this Swiss set. Dynasty is up 2-1. Dynasty wins this next game, this game 3. They're the winners. And if No Sweat wins this, then it is going to be a tie. And due to the rulings for this league, only 1 point will be awarded per team. If you win, you get 3. Dynasty has been very dominant in all 3 of these games. It just didn't quite work out in that first game. Let's see what they're going to pull out this time. Well, Charizard Y won't be one of them. It's going to be banned once again, but they've proven that they don't need it. That Greninja was putting in plenty of work, so they're going to have to find a way around it without banning it this time. There are bigger things to ban. Let's see what they got. Who will be the first pick over? It's going to be Moltres, and it's finally his time to shine. You can't ban them all. It's time for some Moltres gameplay, baby. Moltres gameplay. Put that one moveset to use. Hopefully, No Sweat pulls out all the stops here. I love to see competitive sets on both teams' ends. We're going to stick with the Blissey, and we're going to stick with the Sirfetch'd. But who's going to be accompanying this Moltres? Who's going to set it up? There's going to be another Bird of Destruction here. Another of a Kanto trio, legendary trio. The first, Zapdos. It has been locked in. Zapdos and Moltres. And just think, pretty soon we're going to have Articuno with them too. 3 birds. 3 big birds. 3 big problems. This is looking very scary for No Sweat. If I was them, I might start sweating it right now. But Suicune and Buzzwole can ease the pain. They can ease the tension. Do not forget, Zapdos and Moltres must play from the mid/close range. Suicune is a very smart choice. Suicune is a mage that controls the mid-range. Does Whirlpool, then does Ice Beam. Throw some water, and then it freezes them. We're going to have a repeat performance from Tauro's Greninja, X-Attack Greninja, Surf Smoke Screen Greninja, Gap Closing Greninja, Water Shuriken throwing, multi-kill having Greninja, and then we're going to have a Wigglytuff on the front lines. Oh yeah, they're setting it up big. Wigglytuff is a good pick for Suicune, especially. Wigglytuff has the cleanse ult. And ult just cleanses his entire team in the area. Good stuff there. It is like a Safeguard Blissey, but in ultimate form. No Sweat is looking to straight up brawl with this enemy team here. Once again, well, this time around, Dynasty has the range advantage. They absolutely do. So the gameplay loop for Dynasty is going to be Zapcans, it's going to be Sings, it's going to be Muddy Waters, and then the follow-up from Zap Cannons and Greninja ults and Surfs for cleanup. But the gameplay route for No Sweat is going to be heavily reliant on Suicune disrupting them all, and Buzzwole and Serena just playing bully ball with those squishy mons in the back or in the front. Buzzwole could just use a mon in the front and just use it as a batting ram to hit someone in the back. Buzzwole just plays his own game. He's playing Tekken. Look at him go. Look at those muscles. All right, moving on to this final game of Swiss. Onwards to the top, we're going to have Moltres and Vaporeon. Jungler is going to be Greninja. At the bottom is, right now, just Zapdos. We're gonna have an invading Jigglypuff. The jungler is going to be Sirfetch'd, and he's none the wiser. At the bottom is Suicune and Serena. Zapdos is by himself, but he's pretty self-sufficient at the bottom. And towards the top, we're going to have Bustle getting stats in, with Chansey holding it down. Let's take a look at his invade going on real quick. Jigglypuff already got a blue buff. He already got the Lex bot toy. It split the jungle evenly with Sirfetch'd. It is a rollout Wigglytuff. Already level 4. Wait, rollout. Wait a minute. Wait a second. Rollout? That's not Sing. That's not Sing at all. Oh boy. What are they cooking? What are they up to? Anyway, at the top, all the junglers are here. All the King's men are here. It's time to secure. It's time to gotta compete for this farm. There is the overheat from Voltrez doing massive damage. Pick up with the bubble Greninja. Vaporeon's gonna have to bail here. Another 3-piece? Are you serious? You kidding me right now? Uh-oh. Time to invade. You know the drill. I win top, that means the jungle is mine. Uh-oh. Enough is enough. No more of this 3-piece nonsense. I've had it. You need to leave. I'm gonna cut you down a size. Jigglypuff, once again, taking the blue buff, is in a bit of a trouble here. They're gonna let him go. They can't waste time on him. I agree. Zapdos needs to secure some farm. Serena is struggling a bit down here. Zapdos is very self-sufficient in lane. That's why Jigglypuff gave me confidence to leave. But it's gonna get KO'd. There is Leaf Blade getting it down to size. Oh, Greninja, you walked into that. Oh, Surf secure. Another secure with the boosted. It almost escaped with the smoke screen. Greninja, just so much confidence. You love to see it. Yep, down goes Vaporeon. This Whirlpool Ice Beam Suicune has really been a wonderful pick. Sirfetch'd is almost level 9. It is the jungler. It has now reached level 9. It is in the lead with levels. Score is 80 to 77. This is a much more competitive set thus far. Oh, Sirfetch'd taking some damage there. Is it going to ult to secure a kill? No, it's going to save it. There is the detect moving along. It's going to ult to move away. Greninja's level 10 already. Ripping this. Who's going to secure it? It's going to be Sirfetch'd with the Leaf Blade. There goes the ult from Greninja. Down goes Serena. Down goes Sirfetch'd. Who's next? Who's next? Oh, it might be Suicune. Oh, it's definitely Suicune. Yep, there he goes. Chop him to bits. He almost got that score. Serena's only level 7. He can't really do much. That Greninja's level 10. They're gonna they're gonna lead that pad up. They're not gonna give up some farm very easily. It's time to take their farm way in the back. Down goes Suicune again? Yup. Towards the top. We got... Oh, there's the Moltres ult. There's the extended vision, but that's not the point. They're using it for damage. Here comes the Buswell ult. There's the Sirfetch'd diving on in. There's Zapdos. We're scoring right here. You can't stop us. You can't stop us. That's all the scores that they had. No more. They're all out of points. Sirfetch'd is back over there, and he is very upset. Oh no, Moltres, it's just 2 points, mate. You didn't break it. Well, somebody did. Wigglytuff did. There's the rollout. Ah, going in. Look at it go. Moltres is standing its life with overheat. Oh, Zap Cannon secure in the back of the head? You gotta be kidding me. Oh no, not Suicune again. Dynasty is going majorly deep into the side of no sweat. We're only 5 minutes in. Oh boy. Another rollout. You're in the wrong spot. I now bid you adieu. Time to cleanse myself. Really tough. That's for your teammate. That's for your team, not yourself. Another Greninja all from the back. You think I forgot about you? Nope. Nope. I'm over leveled. I'm bigger than you now. 4, 5. Show me that 5, baby. Penta. Give me more. Give me more. Give me more. Oh, yeah. Level 14 Greninja? Hell yeah. Give me all this farm. Everything's mine now. The world is my oyster. Well, we're gonna... Fortunately, I forgot to hit the snooze button on the ad, so we're gonna play a quick ad. Buddy, you're gonna be able to heal me and hear what's going down. Greninja's ulting in the back once again, getting another pickup on this arena. Next is the rest of his stooges, like Suicune, like that egg. Yep, you can't leave from me. I want another 4-piece. I'm hungry. Yum, 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 yum. Hey, wait, hold on, dog. Vaporeon. Buddy, come on, man. I'm trying to make a highlight reel. Buddy, 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 buddy. My 4-piece. Zapdos getting the secure there on the Regirock. Last Regirock for the game. Serena trying to do what it can, but it doesn't have the levels to compete with this monstrosity, this level 15 Greninja. Cracking this game wide open. But hey, know this. The more Greninja has to gain, the more he has to lose. If he were to get KO'd right now, he's going to be out for a good hot minute. Greninja's going to have to play the rest of this perfectly. That is the responsibility he has chosen. You want to be a damage leader? You want to be a menace? You got to play perfect. 2? Can we see a 3? Can we get a see secure? Winning something secure? Buzzle can't do much. All right. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Time to heal up, Greninja. Time to wrap this up. Show it to me. Give it to me. Show it. Oh, he found him. You can't escape. Oh, no. He's winning in the I win positioning. Yep. Disappear. Double KO. And that's down Wigglytuff. And yep. That's all she wrote, folks. Greninja ripped this game open wide open. He ripped this game wide open. Yep. Get some scores in. Yo, they're about to reach 1,000 again. If this fight keeps up. Yo, they do not like this Greninja, and he's out for 37 seconds. I salute you. You've done more than enough. Time to chill off from the bench. Oy, oy, oy. What a game 4, guys. I always love to, personally, I love to see a stop. A good old public execution. A good old-fashioned, hey, I'm just much better than the rest of you guys. I love seeing it. I love seeing dominance. And you should too. That dominance should be respected and admired and elevated and adored and all of those other words. All those other synonyms. 961 to 106. Game 4. Game, set, match. 3-1. Dynasty. Taking it over, no sweat. Strong showing. Excellent showing. Let's see the rest of these numbers. Oh, Da! 26! No. 26? 26 bodies? Who cares about the rest of the numbers? 26 bodies? Hey! 26? Oh. What? Oh! No. Get this man over for an interview. Get interview now. Interview, please. Now I need it. Please. I need an interview. Please. I need it bad. You can't just do that to people and just walk away like that. I need an interview right this second. Taro, just him is fine. He stole the show. Just him. Just him will suffice. Please. I need it. Ay, ay, ay. How'd he do that? Who told him to do that? Who told him he was allowed to just do that to people? I gotta get this animal in here. Where the shit? Alright, it's over here. Alright. Hold on one sec, folks. We gotta interview this man. That was legal. That was nonsensical. Let's get these guys in here. All right, we got somebody. I don't think I have the permissions to move anybody just yet. They forgot to add that, but like I tagged you in this interview. So just bring your team. Bring your team in here. Bring your team in here. Just get him in here.
No, they left, and for me it's 5 a.m. in the morning because I'm playing from Spain, but nobody speaks English on my team besides me.
All right, so you will suffice. Wait, hold on. Wait, you already know what we got to talk about, right? You already know what we have to discuss. That Toro, oh my god. How did he do that?
I'm the tank. Toro is very good in Greninja.
Normally I see it.
Normally they ban Toro's Greninja, and after losing some games today, I told Toro, bro, you can play all the Greninja you want, and he was like, bro, really? Greninja first pick? Let's fucking go.
Yes.
And he's very happy.
Yes.
He played Greninja today.
Those last 2 games, that was an ass beating. That was built up. Oh my god. 21 kills the previous game, and like this last game 26, bro.
Yeah.
Let that Greninja sing.
We just pick Pokemon to make vision for Toro, and Toro spins on them with Surf.
Yes.
193k damage.
Yes.
Insane.
What is this guy playing pubs?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Well, that is obviously gotta felt good. That because I could tell you guys were feeling yourselves because I saw a rollout Wigglytuff. That's off script.
Yeah.
You guys were feeling yourselves.
That's me.
That's you enjoying yourself.
Yeah, nah, I enjoyed more the comfy suite because I was like, bro, engage, kiss, boom, everybody jumping on us, and yeah.
I mean, but I see you, man. You got that sick invade that game.
Yeah,
walked straight up, took that bull buff, took that bull toy.
These games after starting the first game, we were like, bro, we are winning the whole game. Stop dying and giving them free XP because that's something we are trying to get better at. Basically, making advantage at not dropping it just by getting kills or chasing things that we don't need. And the invades were just to entertain, to make them lose time and make my team just play more comfortable because the opponent team was always picking a lot of scaling things. So anytime I have the chance, I just invade. I also invade with the Mamos one. I remember. I think it was very funny.
Yes, I saw it all. Good stuff. Makes sense. You got to slow down the enemy's pacing. And who have later scaling mobs, so you want to kind of generate his advantage as quickly as possible. Good stuff there. Very sensible. let's talk about this game one. All your games are dominant from like start to finish, but game one kind of
Yeah.
slipped away from you guys. Let's talk about that for a second. Let's talk about that ground.
Kraft, yeah, Kraft didn't warm up, and he was even walking to the walls to a point. We were like, Kraft, are you okay? Kraft was sleepy, a bit tired. I don't know. And when we made the advantage the first game, I was like, Kraft, wake up, and he stopped. He stopped walking to the walls and using he. In that game, if you see, there was a moment where he went minute 2 and 5 seconds to try to flip a bottom objective in the last moment, and it was like, bro, right?
Yeah,
Groudon is
saw that.
Groudon is spawning, bro. And Orgarchon became a loot box to the enemy team, giving them free backup XP. And I was like, no, stop. Kraft, wake up. We need to log in and win the 3 games we have because we can tie on this league and we don't want that. So,
Oh, yeah,
and
good
then
stuff.
the whole team logged in and they try hard.
Yep, yes, everyone saw it here. So yeah, your warm ups are important, people. Warm ups are very important. Do them.
Yeah.
Get
Yeah,
get the body loose. Get the mind working. So yeah,
Yep.
good stuff. Congratulations once again to you and Dynasty. 3-1. You guys won Swiss. You guys got the set point. I believe it's 3 points for winning. No, like 1 point for
Yeah.
a tie, but don't
One
worry
for
about that.
one for tying, 0 for losing. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, good stuff. You guys gotta be definitely feeling good after like that
We are
those
2
dominant last 2 games. So
We are 2-0. Let's
yes,
see
good
what's next.
stuff. You guys are doing good. So yeah, as I tell you and tell everybody, these games will be posted. It's gonna be published on my Twitch first at Jigs2_Unite, and then shortly after they will be exported to the YouTube channel of the same name, Jigs2_Unite. It is going to be under the Articuno Unite League playlist, and you guys gonna be able to
Good.
see these 4 games. So yeah,
Thank
look
you.
forward to that.
Thank you for your job. We will check the cast. You look like you have a very good time, and I hope the people watching enjoyed it.
I had a
Um,
wonderful time. I love seeing bus ads. I love it.
the No Sweet Gaming was very good with us as well. We also screamed against them a few times before, and I thought we were closer, like the screams we had the month before. But now we see the practice paying off, and it's very good.
All right, good stuff. Well, I got another match to do in about half an hour. I'm gonna get ready for that. I'm gonna let this run
Okay.
for a bit, and
Okay.
you guys look forward to that. It's going to be For Fun versus CC Yellow, I believe. I play on For Fun, so I'll keep the stream up, but you won't really be hearing team comms like that for obvious reasons. But the gameplay will be up, so look forward to that. See you guys pretty soon. Hang tight.
Okay.